Hello and welcome back to Kim Reads as we continue with Happy Birthday Kirsten, Chapter 3, Big Enough. Kirsten, Mama was calling from the cabin. It was late morning and Kirsten and Elizabeth were straining cheese curds in the shed next to the big house. Kirsten put down the strainer and went to see what Mama wanted. In the dim cabin, Mama sat on the edge of the bed. Her hands were pressed against her big belly. There was sweat on her forehead and she looked worried. "Where's your Aunt Inger?" she asked. "She took a pot of soup to the Petersons because they've been so sick. She'll be back by noontime," Kirsten said. "And where's Papa?" He and Uncle Olaf are helping Mr. Peterson finish his planting." Kirsten looked at her mother curiously. Why was Mom asking all these questions? She knew as well as Kirsten what work had to be done today. She was one who told Kirsten and Elizabeth to strain the cheese curds. "They'll be back soon, won't they?" Mama asked. "Yes, Mama, they'll be back in time for lunch." "Something wrong?" Mama patted the bed beside her. "Sit with me for a little while and keep me company. I think the baby's going to be born sooner than I expected. Maybe even today." Kirsten's heart sped up and her mouth went dry. "Shouldn't I fetch Aunt Inger to help you? She'll be back soon. She'll let me lie down and rest," Mama said. Kirsten got the extra blanket and put it over Mama. Then she sat down beside her on the bed. Mama laced her fingers beside Kirsten's. "Do you know what I thought about when I woke up this morning?" Mama asked. Her eyes were soft as blue like the morning sky. What do you think about, Mama?" Mama squeezed Kirsten's head. "I remember the day you were born, Kirsten. I remember how my mother came to help me. Mrs. Hanson came too. She helped all of us when we had babies. It was that time of year, late spring. New leaves were on the big maple tree outside the door. Then you were born, and Mrs. Hanson cleaned you and wrapped you in a blanket and put you in my arms. You were a red-faced little thing with white fuzz for hair, but I thought you were beautiful. I was so very happy because I'd wanted a daughter very much." Kirsten put her head on her mom's shoulder. Well, here I am," she said. "Well, here you are." Mother smoothed the hair back from Kirsten's forehead. "And I was also thinking," Mama went on, stroking Kirsten said, "that your birthday will be 2 weeks from today, June 8th. I'll never forget the day you were born." So Mama did remember her birthday. How foolish Kirsten had been to think she would forget. Suddenly, Mama squeezed Kirsten's hand extra hard. Kirsten sat up straight. "Are you all right, Mama? I think this baby wants to be born whether we're right or not. We better wait for Aunt Inger to come home. You better go fetch her, and Papa too." "Can't I help you here?" Kirsten asked. Her heart was racing. "Get Elizabeth to stay with me," she said. "You go for Aunt Inger and Papa. Will you do that for me?" Mama wiped the sweat from her face with a corner of her blanket. "I'll take Blackie. I'll ride as fast as an Indian, Mama, and I'll be back with Aunt Inger and Papa. Promise." As Kirsten ran across the yard, she called, "Elizabeth, Mama's baby's coming and she needs you. Go quickly." Then Kirsten dashed to the barn, grabbed Blackie's bridle, and chased him in from the pasture. "We have to hurry, Blackie," she said as she pressed the bit between the horse's teeth. She climbed up the fence and onto his back. Blackie liked to run. When Kirsten turned him into lane and kicked him, he took off like a prairie fire. Kirsten leaned forward and Blackie's mane whipped her face. She held on to his mane with the reins and guided him with her knees. It wasn't far to the Petersons' cabin, maybe only 2 or 3 miles. "Come on," Kirsten urged the horse. Blackbirds swooped up from the fields as they passed. Blackie's hooved on the dirt, pounded like a second heartbeat. "Let Mama be all right," Kirsten prayed. "Please let her be all right." Kirsten began calling, "Aunt Inger, Aunt Inger," as she rode up to the Petersons' cabin. Aunt Inger was at the doorway in a moment. "Is it your Mama's time?" she asked. "She says to come quickly." "Oh, Aunt Inger, please come as fast as you can." But Aunt Inger was already on her way, running more than walking, taking the shortcut across the fields. "Your father and the others are near the creek," she called over her shoulder. "And don't worry, your Mama is strong and healthy." Kirsten couldn't help but worry. She turned Blackie to guide him down the creek. Blackie couldn't gallop on his rocky path, but he trotted as if he knew they were on an important errand. Pine branches switched Kirsten's arms and shoulders. She ducked low along Blackie's warm back, riding like Indians rode their ponies. Then they were in the plow field, and Kirsten saw Papa. "Papa, Mama wants you," she yelled as she galloped across the field. "The baby's coming." "Is it that much of a hurry?" he said. "Yes, take the horse, Papa." Papa gave Kirsten's shoulder a squeeze. "You're a good helper, Kirsten," as he hoisted up on the horse's back. Uncle Olaf cried, "Good luck," as Papa took off for the cabin. Kirsten and Uncle Olaf followed on foot. "Let's run," Kirsten said. "I want to help Mama too." "Mama will get us there fast enough, Kirsten," Uncle Olaf said kindly. "You're too young to be in the cabin anyway. Inger and your father will do what's needed for your Mama. You wait with Elizabeth and Anna at our house. There's plenty for you to do there." So Kirsten went back to the house where Elizabeth heated soup and sliced bread and cheese for the noon meal. But how could Kirsten eat when Mama was having a baby? She picked out her food. Waiting was so hard. "We'll all get better back with what we have to do," Uncle Olaf said as he finished his soup. "Babies come when they're ready. We can't hurry this one by worrying." The afternoon crept along. Kirsten washed out the bowls and then fed the chickens and pigs. She was picking feathers from a wild turkey Lard shot when we saw Aunt Inger in the door of the cabin. Aunt Inger waved her apron like a flag, and she was smiling. Kirsten and Peter leapt like jackrabbits to the pasture, and they came to the door of their cabin. Kirsten took Peter's hand. He was trembling like a newborn calf. "Is Mama all right?" he blurted before Aunt Inger had a chance to say a word. Kirsten knew from Aunt Inger's smile that the news was good. "Come see for yourselves," Aunt Inger said, and stood inside. Kirsten and Peter tiptoed on the cabin. The sunlight made a path across the floor to the big bed where Mama lay. She held out her hand to them. "Come see your little sister," she said. Then in the wooden crate lay a bundle and a blanket. Kirsten bent down. She saw a tiny pink face under a wisp of hair like yellow duck down. "Thought a baby would be bigger," Peter said softly. "Babies start out very small," Mama said, "but she's big enough." She reached up and ruffled her hair. Peter grinned. "She's big enough," he repeated. "Oh, Mama," Kirsten breathed. Suddenly all of the extra energy went out of her. She wished she could hurl up on the bed beside Mama and rest too. "Now there are 6 of us," Mama said. "More mouths to feed," Papa said. He was smiling as big as smiling. "But all 6 of us are safe and well, thank the Lord." And that's the end of that chapter. See you later.